everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you guys an update on some changes that I'm making to my skincare routine, and I'm excited to share this with you. I have decided to go back on my Obagi Nuderm system. Now, I have a couple of old videos up on my channel that kind of went through my skincare journey, how far I've come in hyperpigmentation. I've had adult acne, and to kind of give you like a breakdown without going through all the details, my skin has been through it. So I am 42 now, and when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, I made a big mistake. I didn't understand skincare. I didn't really know what retinol was, but I knew that it would help with zits, and my brother was actually prescribed retinol when he was in high school. So when I was down visiting my family, my grandfather has a pool in his backyard, and I foolishly thought, oh, well, I'm going to put the retinol on my zits. Like, it's going to help my zits. So I was like putting it all over my face, thinking it was going to, clear up a few. I did not have acne at this time. I was so foolish in my 20s. And I was at my family's house for about 4 days, and I used that retinol for the 4 days I was there while I was hanging out at the pool at my grandfather's house. Yeah. No sunscreen, retinol on my bare face with 6-7 hours of sun exposure. A couple of weeks went by, and I started seeing my skin change. And I started seeing really bad hyperpigmentation coming up. And it was what they call a pregnancy mask. So I had it on above my lip, right here, really bad, and right above my brows. And that was the beginning of my struggle with hyperpigmentation. And I really didn't know what it was. Again, I was very clueless. I was still in the dark, did not know that the retinol was what caused it. That kind of started my makeup journey because I would have to wear a thicker, heavier foundation to kind of cover up that hyperpigmentation. And when I turned about 33, I never had acne when I was a teenager. I had pretty clear skin, which was super stupid of me to be using retinol for a few zits, but whatever. When I turned about 33, I had a hormonal spike, and I started getting adult acne, where I would get it right here along my jaw. Like you can see, I'm still getting some right here. Every once in a while, it will pop up, but at that time, it was pretty bad. So it was really bad through here, really bad through here. It was almost like I had found a way to kind of cover up the hyperpigmentation and kind of deal with it. But the acne was what started the ball rolling with me and my skincare journey. So I kind of went in full feet, and I started trying all these different products, and I didn't want to go to the dermatologist because I didn't want them to put me on like Accutane or anything crazy strong because I really didn't feel like I needed it yet. So I was really on a journey, and as I started to learn about hyperpigmentation and retinol, and that was kind of when I realized that I messed up my skin. So for about 3 years, I had tried everything to not only clear up my hyperpigmentation, but to also get my adult acne under control. And I had spent a lot of money on a lot of very, very expensive products. I'd had a few chemical pills. Nothing was really working. It would help it, but not really get in there and get it. So this was my first introduction to YouTube, and I watched a video on YouTube from LisaLisaD1. If you guys have never heard of her, she's still very, very active on the platform, and she's an incredible, incredible content creator. I will link her channel in the description box down below. She was the first one that introduced me to Obagi and the Nuderm system. I heard her kind of go through the process and how it helped her skin, and it was an expensive system, and I was a little bit nervous about it, but I was so desperate to find anything to help me feel good in my skin again because, I always grew up with just such beautiful skin, and then I did not even want my husband to see me without makeup. I was so insecure about my skin, and it was a very dark time in my life. So I started the Nuderm system, and it changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. Within 2 months, I seen a major difference in my skin. 7-8 years ago, I wasn't really I had a cell phone, but I wasn't using it like we do now. And so I don't have any of the before and afters. I might have a picture that you might be able to see the hyperpigmentation coming through. And if I find that, I will pop that up here on the screen. Stayed on the Nuderm system for probably about 4 months straight. Then I gave my skin a break and kind of took a break during the summer, and it came right back. So then I'd have to go back on it. And for those of you that have been fighting hyperpigmentation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The second that you get out into the sun, it just comes right back. Even with sunscreen, it will come back. Maybe not as bad, but it will come back. Off and on, I will reintroduce some of the very effective products that are in the Nuderm system. But this year, we went on vacation and we were in Florida for 3.5 weeks, and I was covered with sunscreen. I mean, I reapplied all the time. I was really, really careful, and I wore a hat. I didn't think about it until the hyperpigmentation came back, but the hat I was wearing it'll only block the sun to here, not the full face. So my hyperpigmentation has come back. Not as bad, don't get me wrong. My hyperpigmentation has never came back to what it was. I would say my hyperpigmentation now that comes back I would say it's probably about 30% of it comes back, not the full 100. So the Nuderm system got rid of a lot of it, but it still kind of will peak back up. And I feel like over the years, it's gotten more and more where it's peaked back out, right? So like, over the years, every summer, a little bit more, it comes out just a little bit more. So I feel like I need to kind of do a restart and really get that hyperpigmentation to really go down. So I've decided to go back on the full Nuderm system, and I'm going to go through the system with you guys, and I'm going to share the journey. So I just started it on Sunday. So today is Friday, so it'll be a week on Sunday. When you guys are seeing this, it will have been a week. And I want to share the journey. I want to share the before and afters so that you guys can see what the Nuderm system is and just how incredible it is. It truly saved my skin, and it gave me my life back, and it gave me my security. And if it wasn't for Obagi, I don't know that I would have ever been able to start my YouTube channel, because there's no way I would have been able to come on camera and show my skin. I was just so embarrassed and insecure by it. And even though I have it, right, and even though you can see it, it doesn't bother me as much as it did before, because a lot of it has gone down. In fact, most of it has gone down. I'm going to go through each of the products, and I did take a little video on my phone. The quality's probably not the best because the lighting's not the best in my bathroom, but I wanted to kind of go through the journey with you guys, show you how to use the Nuderm system, and show you the before pictures. And then I think I'll do like an update in 30 days, and then I'll do another update in 60 days so that you guys can really see the Nuderm system for the beauty that it is. Now, in my experience, when I first used Obagi, my skin was sore and it shed like a rattlesnake, like it was just constantly shedding, which is normal. My skin was very, very sore back then, but because my skin has gotten used to me using retinol creams and stuff like that, it hasn't been as bad. This first week has not been near as bad as it was when I first used it. Oh my gosh, when you go from not using anything to the full Nuderm system, wow, was I surprised. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys how I use the Nuderm system, and I'm gonna take you guys along this journey with me, and let's see the results in the next 60 days. I'm very excited about it. So this is how it comes. Comes in this beautiful box. I picked this up at the Dermstore. In fact, I buy most of my skincare products from the Dermstore. They ship super fast. I love their point system because it actually saves me money. I have a few products that I buy on auto ship and it always saves me some money. I've bought my skincare from the Dermstore for years. So I bought this from the Dermstore. This is how it comes. And then the bag is down inside the bottom. This is the normal to dry, and it's the skin transformation kit. And it's a complexion brightening system. A lot of people have asked me, how did you get your skin to glow? I never had a glow until I used Obagi. Never. And what I love about the Obagi system is that the results last for years. It's an amazing system. Okay, so this is the Obagi bag that you get, and all of the products sit down inside the bag. I love this. I love Obagi. It brings me so much joy. I love Obagi. Okay, so first we have the cleanser. Now, the Obagi system is very easy because they make it easy. When I was trying to correct my hyperpigmentation, I used a lot of different skincare products and a lot of kits. And some of them were just so ridiculous to understand, like how to use it. It was so complex. Obagi has simplified the system, and they are medical grade products, and they're just one of the best out on the market. So the first product we have is the Gentle Cleanser, and you use this morning and night. You will see the number 1, and then you will see the AM and the PM, meaning that you're going to use this cleanser morning and night, and this will be the first step in the routine. So simple, you guys. It's amazing. Now, the second step is the toner, and that's also the AM and the PM. So you can see it has AM, PM, and it has the number 2, meaning this is the second step. So once you've used the cleanser and your skin is nice and dry, you go ahead and use a tiny bit of toner. And I will say about the cleanser, you only need a tiny bit of the cleanser. Do not use very much of the cleanser. You just don't need it. A little bit of this goes a very, very long way, and it's very gentle. And I recommend if you're gonna use the Obagi products, like some of their very strong products that are in this kit, it's good to use a gentle cleanser like this. So just FYI. Now the toner, it says AM and PM. You're going to use it morning and night, and this is going to be your second step. So now let's move to step 3. So step 3 is the Clear FX. Now this is your brightener. You're going to use this also in the AM and the PM. And this is the Skin Brightening Cream. You only need a tiny bit of this, you guys, and a little bit goes a really long way. In fact, these sometimes last me, like I'll use this for 2 years in a row because I only use this system for about 4 months, and then I'll save it for the next year. That's kind of what I do. Clear FX is a brightening cream that's specially formulated with arbutin and antioxidants. This gentle formula helps to improve the appearance of the skin for a bright, healthy looking complexion. So you're going to use this morning and night. Again, a little tiny bit, rub it in really good, and let it set up on the skin for a second before you move on to step number 4. In the morning, you're going to go to step number 4, which is the Exfoderm. Now, Exfoderm is a skin smoothing lotion. And this is a lightweight lotion that exfoliates the top layer of the skin, removing the dull old skin while revealing new skin for a brighter complexion. This is specially developed for normal to dry skin. This gentle skin enhancing formula contains a plant acid, which is a plant acid to help transform the appearance of photo-damaged skin and reveal the skin's radiance. So you're going to use this only in the morning though. So as you can see, it does not say PM, it only says AM. Then you're going to go ahead and jump to straight number 6 in the morning, and you can use the Hydrate. The Hydrate is just a facial moisturizer. Now this is not necessary. If you run out of this, you can use your own facial moisturizer, but in the morning, you guys, you have to follow it up with a sunscreen. You have to. It's so incredibly important. If you're going to use the Obagi system, you have to be on a sunscreen. You have to be on a very, very good grade of sunscreen. So this kit comes with the Sunshield, which is a matte. This one is a broad spectrum of SPF of 50. Now, I personally love my SPF from Dermalogica. This one is a really good one, but my skin is so used to the one from Dermalogica, which also has SPF of 50. So I really don't use this. I use the one from Dermalogica. You can see I buy it in the larger size. I actually get that from my medical spa that I go to. They sell the professional size to me, which I'm so grateful. But you just want to make sure that you're using an SPF that has 50. And this one that comes with the kit has the SPF of 50. So that's your morning routine. Pretty easy. So then at nighttime, you're going to repeat the steps of the cleanser, the toner, and also the clear. So the clear is for AM and PM. But then you have this little magic brightener. And in my opinion, this is like the cream of the crop. This is one of those products in conjunction with the others that is a miracle worker. This is called the Blend FX. Now, I prefer the blend, but the blend's hard to find. This is, I'll get into that in just a second. So this is the one that you use for the PM. And the Blend FX is a skin brightener and blending cream. Now, this is a unique formula containing the arbutin and antioxidants to help clarify and brighten the skin. It's specially formulated to optimize the delivery of products, ingredients, in the Obagi Nuderm FX system. This skin brightener helps diminish the visible signs of skin's aging. Now, the original blender has hydroquinone in it, and I love hydroquinone. I know that some people don't love it, but I personally love it. It changed my skin. Absolutely. So this is the Blend FX, which does not have the hydroquinone in it. However, I use this in conjunction with retinol. So what I'll do is I'll take my favorite retinol, which my favorite retinol is Rafisa, but it's very hard to find. But I will take my favorite retinol. I will take a tiny dot, about that much of the blender, and I will mix it in with retinol. I mix half of the Blend FX and half of my retinol, and I'll mix them together and I'll put it on the face. Now, that's not every night. I do not recommend using retinol every single night, but I will introduce retinol about 3 times a week. My skin is used to retinol, so I can do it 3 times a week. If you've never used retinol, I recommend twice a week until your skin gets used to it. But there's something about the Blend FX and the retinol together. They are a magic made in heaven. And if you can get your hands on the blender with the hydroquinone, I recommend it, but this one doesn't have it, and it's still a great product, but it just doesn't have hydroquinone in it. And there's some stigmas behind hydroquinone. Some people love it. Some people just think it's just terrible. We all have our own opinion. For me, I personally love it. So that is my Obagi Nuderm system, you guys. So up here on the screen are my before pictures. I want to show them to you now so that when I come back here in 30 days, we can kind of see where I'm at on the journey of my Obagi Nuderm system. I used the Obagi system. It was around midnight, so we're just going to say it was September 26th. That was the day I started my Obagi. You can kind of see some of the hyperpigmentation that's coming back around my cheek area. I am very excited to see where this goes and just to see where we go from here. I want to have the footage up so you guys can see it, and I wanted to go through it with you guys. If you are interested in the Nuderm system, it is pricey, but it is worth every single penny. I will link it all in the description box down below. The Dermstore always has great products. In fact, I was just scrolling through their new arrivals and picked up a new lippy, which I'm really excited about. This is called the Pomelo Lip Balm, and it's made in England. This is fantastic. I love this lippy. Oh, it's so, so good. I love the way it feels on my lips. And they have a lot of amazing skincare on the Dermstore website. So I will link them in the description box down below. You can definitely go over there and check it out. If you're just in the market to buy and restock something, a lot of people don't know about the Dermstore. In fact, a lot of people have asked me where I get these little clips from. These are from Harry Josh, and I have them in my hair all the time when I'm doing like tutorials and, you know, putting my makeup on and stuff. And people always ask me, where'd you get those green clips? And I'll say the Dermstore, and they're like, what's the Dermstore? The Dermstore is where it's at. I love their point system. It has saved me a lot of money over the years on buying all the skincare that I love, and I trust that it's real. There's a lot of websites out there that sell fake skincare products, and the Dermstore is very trustworthy, and every time I buy something from them, I know I'm getting the real deal, and I just absolutely love the Dermstore. So that's it, you guys. I'm excited to go on this journey, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. Oh, I'm so excited. I have not used the full Nuderm system in a very long time, and I'm excited. I am excited to get this skin back in shape. So that's it for the video, you guys. The next time we discuss this will be in 30 days. I'm going to do a 30-day check-in and also a 60. So I will see you guys in my 30-day check-in. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.